Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a new cucumber salad today. I have my cucumber here. That is a Spanish, French, or if you want, Japanese cucumber. That is the one with the thin peel. Yeah, you don't need to peel it. It's not too thick. Some people have other cucumbers in their groceries around the corner. You might just partly peel them every second stripe or so, or peel them at all. Whatever kind of cucumber you have, you find a way to make it palatable. This one doesn't need peeling, but that is. And I show you again how I use my mandolin. Yeah. But before I do that, I make the dressing. The cucumber salads, one of my favorite salads. Cucumbers are food and drink at the same time, and you can store them in the backpack. You can walk and have both. Yeah, just very simple and super healthy for the skin. It's so good, cucumbers. And I make it with a cashew cream. I have made other cucumber salads before in the recent weeks, where I do a lot with cashew creams. And this cashew cream is special. It's this cucumber salad will be full of onion-like plants. Yeah, the onion family has onions, garlic, chives, spring onions, what have you. Yeah, they are all part of that family. And I put some of them together here in this dressing. So let's see. I start with the cashews. That is always here in the cashew or curd creams. Half a cup, a little bit more than half a cup, and a quarter lemon only. This is about a large lemon. I peeled it, and a quarter only. I don't take too much lemon here, because only a quarter, you see, because when it's too sour, I don't taste the cashew nuts anymore. They're then overwhelmed by too much sour flavor. Other dressings would be different, but this one I won't take too much. And pepper, salt, garlic. Teaspoon each of pepper and salt. And here garlic, that is something, here it begins, that is the first from the onion family. The garlic is part of it, and they have all great benefits, and they make it really, they have really complex flavors. Garlic, onion, they have sweet parts and hot parts and everything in between. And you don't always taste it, but if you put them together in a cream, like cashew cream, or curd or so, then you begin to have a fuller amount of flavors with a little bit of salt and pepper. These flavors begin to unfold. That is for a good reason that we use onions so much in the classical kitchen. They're not only inexpensive and super healthy, but also they are complex flavors. Yeah, sweetness is there in there and makes it wholesome. Yeah, they have a kind of completeness flavor. That's really, I love onions a lot. And there's, by the way, nothing wrong with it to eat onions. Yeah, I mean, it can smell a little bit, yeah. And you can have also digestive problems with onions. They can, for example, they can make gas, yeah. So I guess if you have a healthy intestine and guts, and by the way, you're cleansed and good gut flora, well, by the time that should be over. It shouldn't be too much. And you don't have to take much of it. A small amount goes a long way, especially with garlic. Yeah, just a small amount goes a long way. You don't need to smell with garlic. You can take a small amount only. So then here, cashews, pepper, salt, garlic, and a little bit of lemon, and a little bit of water. Just to begin, half a cup to get the blender started, and I can add a little bit later. The blender dance. Let's have a look. Looks a little bit runny. Yeah. So it depends on how much water you take, how runny it is. But the cashews will now soak. They've been broken down in the blender. Now they will soak a bit, and that makes the dressing thicker. And then I will blend it one more time to make it creamier and tastier. But now let's have a check if there's something that is missing. No, it's really wonderful. I love this flavor so much, with a little bit of garlic. And I will add here, this is chives and spring onions. Not too much, it's one sprig spring onions, and here only half a bunch of chives, yeah, small pieces. 2 more onion-like plants add to this complex, very nice flavor. So now I will let it sit, and then come to the onion, to the cucumber. Okay. And now I need my mandolin, but for the mandolin I have my special cut-resistant glove. This is very important for a mandolin because it has a very sharp blade, and these gloves, they cannot be cut easily by the blades. Here, these are the V blades. This is characteristic for a mandolin, the V blade, very, very sharp, and you can adjust the size of the slices, the thickness of the slices here. And there are other blades, I don't show you now, I don't need it. You can make sticks and everything, different sizes here, or different forms and shapes. I just adjust now the thickness that I want for my cucumber slices. I want it thin, because that tastes better if you have a thin slice. And this mandolin really is a perfect way to do these kind of jobs. Yeah, it's very easy, but the glove is so important, and I don't understand why they don't sell the gloves right with the mandolins, because the gloves, you can't really get them easily. You have to go online. At least last time when I tried it, they didn't get them in a shop, so I had to go online. But you find them not too expensive, and they hold for keep for some time, you know, before they get because they have to be replaced. Well, that's what I do now. I think it's, yeah, the size is okay. I just do it like this. There's a very easy way to make my slices, these perfect slices. And the mandolins are all even used by master chefs in the great kitchens. They use them too. You have to have a little bit used to that, to the mandolin. Don't think when you have one, don't think, oh, it doesn't work, I got a wrong one. No, most probably it's your fault when you cannot really work with them. It was the same with me. I thought first, oh, I got a wrong one here, this one. That doesn't really work. No, it was just my fault. You get a little bit used to it, you practice a little bit, and then it works perfectly. Really. It's very nice. So here, I can only do this with the glove. Yeah? To have here this effect, that I have only such a small piece left. Can only do that with a glove. Otherwise, you get too close to the blade with the fingers, and you don't want to do that. Don't risk it. They are too hot, too sharp. These blades. Yeah. So that's it. Now I have my. Whoops. Now I have my cucumbers here. That is the first and the main ingredient of my cucumber salad, of course. And I put onion. That is now, let me see, the fourth onion-like plant. There's an onion itself. There's also slices. You can also slice these here, onions, with a mandolin. I didn't want to do that now. Yeah, slices are nice. Goes on top. It's half an onion. And then I have my radishes. And they're also sliced. And radish is a very special thing. That is not like an onion, yeah, but it's a root, and it tastes a little bit sharp also, like onions. But of course they're different. They're more crunchy. Yeah, they're very different from onions. But I also sliced them. Yeah, I had a handful of radishes here, and they are wonderful. Also super healthy. I always try these funny little red balls here. That is so nice to eat them. And there are many recipes, and of course they are perfect in a curd, yeah, really creamy, because the cashew cream balances the hot flavor of these radishes. if you're not used to the hot flavor, yeah, then the cashew is perfect for that. Yeah. So these are the three main ingredients for the cucumber salad here, for this variation. And I will use cashew nuts as a topping here. Yeah, I thought a handful of cashew nuts, half a cup or so. It might be nice to balance all these onion-like and hot radish flavors, because cashew is of course sweet and creamy, and it can balance hot flavor perfectly. So that is what I have now. Now go back to my dressing. I need to check what the texture says. It's a little bit creamier now. It's still runny, but it's okay. I blend it now the second time. Second blender dance. Onions, for example, are also very good for the intestine, for the digestion. They're super healthy for the intestine. So there are many advantages. And yeah, that is good. And now I will put my chives and spring onion, it's a very small amount, you see, into the dressing, but without blending it. I only pulse one short time. I want to keep these whole, these small pieces. I don't want to blend them. Yeah? Just to combine them. Just that's all. Because they look beautiful and they also have a nice texture. I notice if you have this kind of dressing and you put too many of the chives or spring onions into the cream, it might get too much. And then you chew all the time on these between soft and crunchy pieces, and that is too much. But if it is a small amount like this, that's perfect. That's how I experience it. So I show you now my dressing with the chives and the spring onion. As I top it, toss it here, flow it over the, pour it over the cucumber salad. See, it's a little runny, but doesn't matter. I guess that is pretty nice for my purpose here. You can always adjust more or less water, then you get it runnier or thicker. You just toss it now, and then I can enjoy it right away. Tossing is important because you have all these slices. They stick together, they're wet, stick together, and then the dressing won't touch them where they touch each other. That's why I thoroughly toss everything to make the dressing go everywhere, and then the flavors of these onions, cucumbers, radishes, and so the flavor really merges with the cream dressing, and that makes it really nice. And then you have an overall flavor that's really wonderful. I love this salad already. My radish cucumber salad. You see? They're beautiful. It's so simple, yeah? Radishes, you get them everywhere, in the Western countries at least. And sometimes you don't know what to do with them. You could eat them as is, but that is, we are not so used to that, yeah? When we are used to sweets rather than that. But radishes in other cultures, they eat it with a hand, just as is. But in these salads, sliced, thinly sliced, that is perfect. You can try. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.